Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Disney Dreamlight Valley. So tomorrow is the big day, the Cinderella update. Winter Ball is releasing, and they have put out the patch notes as well as a more specific blog post about the Dream Teams feature. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with the Dream Teams post, they do note that Dream Teams are not available in the Apple Arcade Edition. I'm not sure why that restriction's in place, but what is Dream Teams? It's a new social feature that lets players create or join a private community with up to 7 friends. Teams can fully customize their name, motto, and emblem, allowing for a unique identity that represents your group. And you can have collaboration, friendly competition, and stronger social connections through this feature. And the Dream Teams feature unlocks after completing the Friendship is Everything quest, which is available shortly after unlocking the Dream Castle. So it basically gets you acquainted with the mechanics of the game before you get into this team building stuff. So for the Your Dream Team tab, it's your central hub for managing and viewing your team. Non-members can browse, join, or create their own dream team. Owners can customize the team's name, motto, icon, invite new members, review the activity log to see recent team interactions, transfer ownership to another member, or dissolve the team. And members can view the team's information, explore other members' activity logs, and leave the team if they choose. And the tab does provide a complete overview of team dynamics, roles, and ongoing collaboration. And then the members tab that gives a detailed look at everyone in your dream team, allows you to engage more deeply. So owners can manage members, remove inactive players, and maintain a healthy team environment. Members can see other members' portraits, names, collections, realm door progression, and items shared, helping you coordinate gameplay and celebrate accomplishments. That's interesting. Even the realm doors unlocked being a thing there. And then detailed profile cards. Both members and owners can access these cards for each team member. Dream Snap rankings and main story progression. It makes it easier to know each teammate's strengths and how to collaborate effectively. Then we have the My Request box. So you have 4 different slots there, and there is a cooldown. You can actually do only 2 per day, but then there's a max of 4. So it is explained down here how that works. Item sharing tab lets members request and donate items to help one another progress. So each member has 1 request box with 4 slots, and they can make up to 2 requests per day. Over 2 days, all 4 slots can be filled if no donations are received. Members can browse other members' request boxes, select which items they can donate, and contribute from their own inventory. And then we have the team feed. So it's a dedicated space for sharing, celebrating, and engaging with your dream team. So you can share photos from photo mode or the gallery, and you can showcase accomplishments, decorated valleys, or creative outfits through that. And each member can have up to 2 active shared pictures at a time. So when you upload a new one, then it replaces the oldest one. And team members can react to pictures and view Dream Snap submissions. Yeah, we kind of saw that already. There's just like a few different reaction buttons, like heart and smile, I think was like another one. There's a few others. But can I leave a dream team? Yes, members can leave the dream team at any time from the Your Dream Team tab. And owners will have to pass ownership or dissolve the team if they're the ones who leave. And then you can reject a dream team request. So there's the option to accept. You can ignore, which declines the invite, but the player can still send you another request later. Cancel, if you're the one who sent the invite, you can revoke that anytime before it's accepted. And then reject is to decline the invite, but also block players from sending you another invite. So at the moment, rejecting a request permanently blocks the player from inviting you again. So make sure to think things through before hitting that reject button. And you can only be in one dream team at a time, but you can still leave your current team and then join another. And yeah, you can see what your friends are doing, sharing a photo, adding an item request, ranking in dream snaps, unlocking a realm or biome, leveling up friendship with a villager, progressing through an achievement, opening a valley visit with the code shown for it, and updating their players' boutique stock. It would be nice if they updated the boutique with more stuff. I keep forgetting that exists. Or to, at the very least, be able to place that in your DLC locations. That's kind of weird that it's only in the valley and nowhere else. But you can also customize your visibility in the Dream Team settings tab. So you could choose to hide your Dream Snaps rank or remove your activity from the log entirely, giving you full control over what your teammates can see. Lastly, are there rewards for participating in a Dream Team? The main benefit is social and collaborative gameplay, and it can speed up your progress, make item collection easier, and create opportunities to showcase your creativity. Well, we did see there's the pixel shards that can be given for fulfilling requests, but yeah, it's odd they don't mention that, but we did see that in one of the videos from earlier. Overall, this does seem like a pretty cool feature. I hope they expand it to have a lot more players per Dream Team in the future, but I think it is kind of interesting. You can have, in a way, a social media feed within your game that's just about like your friends or family, whoever you have in your Dream Team, and seeing what they're up to. So it does help you feel a little bit more like connected. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll be in a Dream Team myself, but it does seem kind of cool. All right, so for the patch notes, we'll skip the first couple sections because we already know about this stuff. We just went in depth about Dream Teams. So then for improvements, yeah, we'll be able to track Star Path duties, all of them at once. So that's going to be super handy. Updated UI, a refreshed interface now highlights which rewards have been collected. So interested in seeing what that looks like. And then we have the autoclaim feature. It's not just for duties, it's for rewards as well. And those can be toggled on for those using the premium star path. For autoclaiming rewards, it goes like reward 1, then reward 2 on the page. So yeah, it'll do that. I hope that these are separate though, because I don't mind the duties being autoclaimed, but I would rather 99% of the time choose the rewards myself in the order that I want. Except maybe if I was towards the very end and there's hardly anything to get anyways, then I'd just be okay with it. But yeah, and then active period. So now Star Path duties will be prolonged by 24 hours, and the grace period will now just last 24 hours. So then I guess then you can still do Star Path duties a day after whatever date ends on. At least that's what I'm understanding from this. Then for Scrooges, we can sell items back to him at 75% of their star coin value, not 100% as previously believed, because there was that Go Nintendo article that said the original price. So yeah, maybe they changed this at the last minute. I would not be surprised, because this does make more sense. It's less cheaty this way. 75% is still a lot of the value, so I'm okay with it. And then shopping improvements, yes, the search bar, finally. Filters and sorting options have been added to the delivery system. I'm actually a DDV millionaire now because I usually try to not have that much money at the same time, because then I feel like it makes everything too easy. But now that I'll be spending a lot more money at Scrooge's because of the search bar, I felt like, okay, yeah. Now I'm sitting around 1.4 million, if I remember correctly. So we'll see how fast that goes down. And then for photo mode, for villager toggle, this is worded strangely. It says up to 15 unlocked Disney Dreamlight villagers will be available to display, but I don't know if that means that there's only 15 villagers who are compatible in the entire game with this feature, and then we're gonna have to like wait for more updates for everyone to be added to it, or if it's just like 15 random villagers at a time and you just have to keep going in and out of photo mode to get the combination of villagers you want. I don't know. If it is just like, okay, we are able to select up to 15 out of all the villagers we have, then that's great. That's gonna be a game changer. It's just, yeah, with the way that they're wording this, it's confusing. And then also in the video, it's like the scroll bar is so small. Maybe they just didn't have all the villagers unlocked in that build or something. It just seems a little suspicious to me. So we'll have to see how that actually works tomorrow. And then dynamic realm unlocks. So now they're making it so that Like with the first 3 doors, they're the same. First is free, and then second and third are 3,000, and then it goes up by 1,000 each time. So that's interesting. So you theoretically could unlock realms on the last floor after these first 3, and it would be cheaper after this update than it was before, because it's like on the last floor they were always 15,000 if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's an interesting change. More control of how you progress with the different realms there. And then the companion abilities. So now they each collect a broader amount of resources. Like the rabbits, for example, they only collect vegetables, but now after this update, they'll help with gardening in general. So that's going to be really good. And then squirrels help with foraging. Foxes, crocodiles, turtles help with fishing. And then raccoons and whimsical creatures help with mining. Ravens help with digging. Capybaras, snakes, and monkeys help with time bending. Owls, baby dragons, and pegasi help with snippet catching. Some birds help with flower pickup, and dogs still pick up wood. They don't mention any of the Wish Blossom companions, so hopefully they just forgot to write them here. But I mean, they should follow the same logic as all these ones. So the geese and the skunk should then also help with gardening. And then the bees, if I remember correctly, yeah, they pick up flowers, so that would be unchanged. But the community companion, thankfully, yes, we are getting that. That's so weird they didn't show that in the trailer, especially it's a community voted thing. But yeah, but actually we need to get this through a redeem code instead of it just being in the mailbox. So that's a little odd. But community companion dragon 2025, that's the code you want to put in. And then we got some Wish Blossom Ranch updates, so that's good. They're already listening to some feedback about that and implementing changes. So for leveling up the mount, simply riding a mount will now grant a lot more XP. Mining and removing the dead Wish Blossoms, Splinter of Fate, Inkies, and Nightthorns also grant increased XP. And then watering and harvesting will now grant more XP, with harvesting awarding more than double the amount it previously did. It is annoying how slow the horses level up. And then for Valley Stable, just like stalls, you can now place a copy of the Wish Blossom Ranch stable in the Valley and across any other expansion you own. Thank goodness! I found it so weird that we couldn't place stables in the other locations. So yeah, now we could like make a stable in Storybook Vale and have it themed around the bind or whatever biome you want to use for that. Because even though most of the time, yeah, I do use the D-pad to summon a horse to me, sometimes I do go up to the stable. It's just a bit more realistic that way, and I do like having buildings that serve some kind of function and aren't just sitting there and looking pretty. So yeah, very good change. And usually I don't really talk about the bug fixes because I find most of them are just like little issues that I never even knew existed, but there are some pretty meaningful ones this time. So they're fixing the button mushroom, because I know there's like the button mushroom stew that Khan usually wants, but then when you try to cook it, it turns into like, I forget which recipe it was. It's just like a base game one instead of the actual one we were supposed to get. And then they fixed an issue that prevented Aladdin's gem stall from being placed in Wish Blossom Ranch. I kind of thought this might have been intentional because there's so few new gems in that DLC. It's pretty disappointing. It's one of the few things I don't like about it, but okay, we'll be able to do that anyways. And then fix an issue in the balloon, a family quest, where the red balloon blocker would reappear / duplicate after changing scenes. Yeah, because those red balloons attached to those rocks, they keep appearing on the beach of Sunday Shores, and it's really annoying because I want to do some more decorating there, but then it's like, yeah, it's really dumb. Although apparently this also happens with the pink balloons. I haven't really dealt with them much because I don't even know what to do in that area for decorating. But yeah, I'll just leave it for when I do feel more inspired with other stuff, maybe villagers we get in the future. Apparently there's some rocks missing textures in Wishing Way. I didn't even notice, even though that's the area I've decorated the most. I'll have to look at that. And here's another super annoying one with Wish Blossom Ranch. NPCs with the mining roll would run too far to deliver extras when you mined while on horseback. It annoyed me so much that I would use a horse to get over to a mining spot faster, but then I would get off the horse and then mine the spot on foot. So I wouldn't have Cruella de Vil running like halfway across the map to give me my extras. It is really strange. Actually, yeah, that's not even the first time that happened. I remember that happened with me in Storybook Vale as well many months ago. Now here's another interesting one. Fix an issue where the Alpine chicken coop was not functioning as a companion house. It did seem odd that it didn't do anything. And I actually skipped on it because there's no chickens in the chicken coop. It makes no sense. What the heck, Gameloft? So I still don't plan on getting it whenever it does come back into the premium shop. Maybe they'll just be there as an extra slot tomorrow since they're fixing it. But yeah, I mean, we have Hey Hey, but Hey Hey I see differently from a regular chicken. It's not like you see Hey Hey in a chicken coop during Moana. So yeah, more of like a free roaming chicken. So yeah, I wish they would update it so that there are actual chickens in there, just generic ones. And then fix an issue where the snowy Alpine cottage was too small. I thought they meant the one that we were supposed to get in the digital deluxe edition, but they're actually talking about that other one that they accidentally gave digital deluxe owners. I didn't think that one was too small. It's just like with the other one, the door is it's not tall enough. Like, it's great for Remy, but not for the avatar. It's just like you're bumping your head against it. It's just like weird. So I don't know, unless they just made a typo. So I don't know. I do wish they would give all digital deluxe owners both the house skins. I mean, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. They really should just give us both house skins and not just people like me who bought it day one. They also fixed an issue where the incorrect caravan slots had a 10 item limit. And yeah, they are fixing that issue where you can easily farm XP with horses by having them jump over an unjumpable object. Like I did this on stream where I made like a tiny little fence enclosure that's open from one end, and then I had bushes on both sides, so it's harder to get out of there. But I would just jump against the corner for like half an hour straight. I did that with Pegasus so I could get up to level 5 and clear the story, so I didn't have to wait to do that on stream. But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of slow, but it's a lot faster than doing it the normal way. I'm not shocked that they're patching that out. So if you want to take advantage of that glitch, do it now. Another major thing, fixing an issue where Belle and the Beast would not dance after completing the Once Upon a Dance Dream Bundle questline. Yeah, because I did see that cool cutscene at the end, but then they've never done it since, so that's good. It'll be interesting seeing them dance once in a while. Apparently, there's an issue where Remy's and Scrooge's could be downgraded if launching the previous update with the save from the So Delightful update or older. My issue is that Remy's and Scrooge's in Wish Blossom Ranch, that is, those variants do not light up at night. That's really weird because that is not listed in these fixes, but there's also an issue where animal companions are not picking up certain resources such as shiny gems, rich soil, and some types of fish and seafood. Okay, I think that's all the major ones that I wanted to go over here. So yeah, some pretty decent bug fixes this time around, and that is good. Some of the stuff we didn't even know about, like being able to place valley stables and the other locations. And yeah, hopefully they did also update the Wish Blossom companions since they're not in here. So that is pretty much it. We'll have to see how that photo mode update works, because now I'm a little bit confused as to what it is we're truly getting with that. And it is too bad. I was hoping that with this update we would get floating islands for Storybook Vale maybe next year. I don't need ones for Wish Blossom Ranch for a long time, really, because that DLC, its biomes already have so much space already, more than I know what to do with. I will be streaming the updates on my Twitch channel. I don't know exactly what time, because sometimes there are major issues and then it's just better to wait a little bit until it's fixed. I know with Wish Blossom Ranch, there were some issues with DLC not being available right away, but it's a free update this time, so hopefully it'll work out better. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this upcoming update, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to y'all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.